Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Calling the case of the people of South Australia versus Abigail Detweiler.
Your Honor, and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the defendant has been charged with the crime of murdering and consuming Brianna Heller and Olivia Spector. The evidence will show that the two were killed on April 17th and eaten from then to April 20th. The next day, the defendant was arrested when found by a tourist group consuming the bodies of Olivia Spector and Brianna Heller. The defendant's fingerprints are on a knife that is the suspected murder weapon, as well as the victim's bones. A journal that she kept throughout the event was found, as well as her videos that she took. The evidence I present will prove to you that the defendant is guilty as charged.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, under the law, my client is presumed innocent until proven guilty. During this trial, you will hear no real evidence against my client. You will come to know the truth, that Abby was just doing what she needed to survive and did not kill Olivia and Brianna. However, they did die of natural causes. After being placed in the hospital and back into society, Abby understands that eating people is not ethical, but was her only means of survival. Therefore, my client should not be charged with cannibalism. Even though she did eat people, it was not her fault because it was her only way to survive. Prosecution may call the only survivor of the incident, Abigail Detweiler.
The people call Abigail Detweiler.
Please stand. Raise your right hand. Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in this case before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Please state your first and last name.
Abigail Detweiler.
You may be seated.
Why were you going on this trip?
My friends Brianna and Olivia planned this trip for my birthday.
Can you describe the crash and who and what you arrived to? Can you please describe your first few days in the Great Victoria Desert?
We see in one of your videos that your friend Brianna was injured during the sandstorm.
Hey guys, this is day 5 of survival and we hit a bumpy road. Sandstorm hit us and Brianna, I don't know, but she seems to have lost a good amount of vision. Her eyes are not good at all, so we'll see what happens. Stay tuned, I guess.
Did this affect your decision to kill her?
Absolutely not. She was my best friend and I was a mess when she hurt her eyes. I would never want to make her life worse in that moment.
We again see malicious action towards your friend Brianna in your journal.
I was just trying to survive. I thought I was going to die and Brianna was in good health then.
Here where we pause the questioning to watch and read events that unfolded throughout the trip to give us more insight on the mood surrounding the occasion.
Guys, so today it rained and there is a God somewhere because
We're gonna make it.
We might make it. Someone brought up before, eating and killing people in order to survive, and right now I just feel like my survival is more important than my best friends, and I want to go back home. I want to see the people I love. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I have this knife and I think I'm gonna do it. I know that the consequences might come back on me, but I want to get out of this alive, and I will.
That's it. Back to the questions. We can see that at this time, much of the party has passed away, and the remaining members are in distress and are starting to feel the symptoms of the heat, dehydration, and starvation. Is it true that your friends Olivia and Brianna suggested eating Henry Prett's body?
Yes. In fact, I was disgusted that they even had the idea to eat another human, especially one that has a wife and child back home.
In your last video, we see that you lost all the rainwater you collected. This must be a reason for the murder of your friends, since your chances of survival seem so low.
I plead the fifth.
Abby, we are not in the United States. We do not have the fifth.
Then I plead to remain silent.
Fair enough, but your next journal entry explicitly states that you ate and killed your two friends. How do you defend that?
I was sure they were already dead. I just slit their throats to be sure. I just forgot to say that in my journal, I guess. I was just in so much distress. I can't talk about this much longer.
You don't sound very convincing to me. Next, you even tell us that you kept water away from the group to benefit yourself. Tell me then, why didn't you give your friends water to keep them alive rather than eating them?
Like I said, I thought they were already dead already, so I did what I could to survive. And guess what? I am the only one left, so obviously I did something right.
This video of the tourist group finding you doesn't help your case, and after all we've heard from you, it's hard to feel sympathy for you, but only for those you harmed. It seems from the evidence that your friends could have survived as well if you had shared your rations of water with them and not have killed them, presuming you murdered them and that they weren't already dead. Either way, you consciously chose to take needed supplies away from them, causing them to perish. Whether or not you killed them, we are finding you guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder. Case closed.
No!